Our Vice President Shettima is angry that UK party leader Kemi Badenoch is calling all of them thieves. She says politicians are thieves, and this has angered Aso Rock. Aso Rock is very, very angry with Kemi at this point. Watch this video.
Migrants are the source of life in all societies. Rishi Sunak, the former British Prime Minister, is originally from India. A very brilliant young man. He never denigrated his nation of ancestry, nor poured venoms on India. Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the British Labour or Conservative Party. We are proud of her, in spite of her efforts at denigrating her nation of origin. She is entitled to her own opinions. She has even every right to remove the Kemi from her name. But that does not underscore the fact that the greatest black nation on earth is the nation called Nigeria.
You can even see that flies are disturbing a whole vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the stage, the biggest black nation on the face of the earth, just by population. When you talk about the greatest of Nigeria, they only talk about population. There's nothing else they talk about. They cannot attribute Nigeria to any innovation, any invention. They cannot look at the economy. They cannot look at how the managing the resources. They cannot talk about infrastructure. They cannot talk about GDP. They only talk about population. These are the kind of leaders we have. So Kashim Shettima is very, very angry with Kemi. She says even though Kemi removed that Nigerian name from her name, it doesn't stop Nigeria from being one of the biggest black nations on earth. I've said it over and over again. This is not the best time to become a Nigerian. You see, when you talk about denigrating Nigeria as a country, it goes beyond what these leaders are saying. The actions of these leaders, taking our monies from Nigeria, putting it in offshore accounts over the years. You see, some of these countries, Western countries, Europe and Asian countries, they have more information about Nigeria than we ourselves. So don't think it is because of what Kemi is saying about the Nigerian state and its politicians, calling them thieves. That is what is really denigrating Nigeria. It is the actions of the politicians. Of recent, 700-something houses discovered from just one person. One thief, they discovered 700-something duplexes in Abuja. One person, he wants to convert it as a private property. Just one of recent. Since 1960, we have had politicians. We have had people in places of power. They have been doing this over and over again, further denigrating Nigeria. It is not Kemi Badenoch. Nobody is happy to be a Nigerian when they leave the shores of Nigeria. That is one fact. Nobody is happy to be called a Nigerian when they leave the shores of the country. They thought that because her name is Kemi, Abike Dabiri thought because her name is Kemi and she's Yoruba, then if they approach her, she might give them the audience. They were surprised that this woman denied them. And she even spoke against migrants. That's to tell you how Nigeria has deteriorated in the eyes of people, in the eyes of Nigerians, and the eyes of people that are not Nigerians. The way they see Nigerians in bad light, and majority of the reasons is because of the attitude of our politicians. The biggest black nation on earth cannot boast of a refinery. The biggest black nation on earth cannot boast of constant electricity. The biggest black nation on earth cannot boast of government running water availability for its citizens. The biggest black nation on earth cannot boast of data of its citizens. We don't know how many we are just guessing. It's a guess point. The biggest black nation on earth cannot boast of any institution of repute, any one institution of repute that is recognized in the world, any. The biggest black nation on earth cannot boast of any leader call any leader. Let's look at Obasanjo. He has his flaws. Any political leader that is well respected in the whole world, the biggest black nation, somebody like Kashim Shettima is coming to tell us that Nigeria is biggest because of size. They look at size. And you say these people went to school, they had PhDs, they went to the four walls of the universities, and they're the ones leading us. It's a big shame. I don't envy you as a Nigerian. That is the more reason I'm saying we need to change this system. I'm calling this system needs to be changed. Nobody the name Nigeria don't cast. The geographical collection expression called Nigeria, it don't cast. It doesn't sell market again. Nigeria is not a place that somebody should be proud of. As we speak, it is not Nigerians per se that are denigrating Nigeria. It is somebody who was a Nigerian. She migrated to the UK and she started telling the truth that these politicians are thieves, big thieves, manipulators, liars, propagandists. These are the kind of leaders that we have. They don't have the interest of the people at heart. Nobody wants to spoil his father's name. If the father's name is something that brings joy, you cannot say because when these people are in power, you see, Tinubu said he doesn't believe in one Nigeria. Now he's the president. Now he believes in one Nigeria. Before he became president, I don't believe in one Nigeria. After he becomes president, he believes. Why are these people deceiving themselves? They know that Nigeria is irreconcilable, irreparable. They know. They have been in the system. They know how corrupt the system is. If anybody will rise up today to say, let us change the system, they are the ones. These all of a sudden defenders, they are the ones that will fight somebody who wants to cause a change. We know that in Nigeria we need revolution. And revolution, this crop of politicians you see in power will never survive any revolution, any true revolution that want to change Nigeria. They will never be part of it. That's why they are trying to maintain the status quo of corruption. A corrupt society, a corrupt government, and corrupt agencies. Oyibos, those that you are trying to defend, because that Kemi Badenoch, her statement is strong. You see, an ordinary Nigerian might say Nigeria is this and that, but somebody like Peter Obi, somebody like top guys in the government, influential people, Atiku, if they make that statement, it carries weight. This Kemi Badenoch, a lady, leader of the Conservative Party in the UK, her statement on Nigerian politicians carries a lot of weight. It is going to affect how other country sees Nigeria and Nigerians and Nigerian politicians. Now investors might be afraid of coming into the space, Nigerian space, to do business. The grants they are wanting to get, it might affect it. Nigerian image, I don't know whether Nigeria has an image in the world. If you go out of the country, when people talk about Nigeria, they only tell you that these guys are hustlers, these guys, they have a spirit of doing, they are extraordinary, they are good. But when they talk about corruption, they are number one. They know Nigeria for that. When you call Nigeria the biggest black nation, this big man now, this big for nothing man, what is he going to present as an evidence that he is big? What? Agriculture. Industries. Education. Infrastructure. Electricity. Economy. Leadership. Security. Instead, we have thieves and awaiting thieves. Thieves and awaiting thieves to thieve more. That is what we have of a black nation, the biggest black nation. Look at South Africa. South Africa has nuclear weapons. South Africa has an image that Nigeria have not ever gotten. South Africa is part of the BRICS nation, and they are boldly, when you look at the BRICS currency, we have Russia, the BRICS currency. You see South Africa logo, their flag on the BRICS currency. Nigerian flag is not there in the BRICS currency. Nigeria should be like, nations should come and consult Nigeria in Africa, not South Africa. South Africa is ahead of Nigeria in so many things. We just have big for nothing with big potential but yet we are not using our potential. Instead, we allow people come and pillage. They'll tell you that Nigeria has a bigger market. A bigger market. Nigeria has the biggest market where people can come and invest. The biggest market that cannot cater for the needs of its people, but it is catering for the needs of people that are coming in to invest in the country. When you go to most companies, you see expatriates earning a lot of dollars. When you go to most places in Lekki, Lagos, you see it is outsiders that are owning these properties, not Nigerians. Nigerians, as big as their own nation in quote is, they are not empowered for anything. If you want to start a business, there's no loan, there's no healthcare, even the subsidy we are even getting from petroleum. After they steal, they quote, we are consuming 50 million liters. After they remove subsidy now, we heard that is 20 million liters we are consuming. Some people are stealing 30 million. And when you tell them that people are stealing, they'll tell you, do you have evidence? Do you have evidence that they are stealing? But when they remove subsidy, the consumption reduced. Dead corrupt people, dead wicked people. Subsidy that we are just managing from, they removed it. Electricity subsidy, they removed it. After mismanaging, Nigeria had all it needed to make even things free for people. But some people come and steal and take to other countries. And those countries you are taking it to, don't you think they know that you thieves, you that are thieves, are bringing this money here? You don't like your country. That means that place must be a look at what Donald Trump called Nigeria. Because these people have encounters with Nigerian leaders. They are seeing the records of how Nigerian leaders are stealing money from Nigeria in billions and bringing it to the United States. I said somebody 730 something and 50 something in the house is one person. While some people are sleeping, that they can't afford. Some people are staying in one room, 6-7 persons in one room. Why one person? The place is empty. 700 something houses, one person. We have Malami, we have Buhari. We have other ministers under Buhari. And somebody will come and tell me that Buhari, man of integrity. This kind of story now, international countries are watching, they are reading, they are keeping up. You know, Twitter is a universal platform whereby anybody in the world can see what is happening in Nigeria. And they are seeing these things on a steady. And it is what Kemi Badenoch is saying. It is what he is saying, or she is saying, that is denigrating Nigeria. Shame on so-called Nigerian leaders. Shame. Look at Dele Farotimi. Look at Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello accused of almost over 100 billion embezzled from Kogi State. Dele Farotimi, case of defamation, which at the end of the day, they found out that Ekiti State, defamation is not a crime in Ekiti State. They now changed the charge to cyber crime. I don't know, maybe this English is very, very hard for some people. The last time I said, like, Ekiti State, cyber crime, defamation is not a criminal offense in Ekiti State. They now saw that it is not a criminal offense. They now changed to cyber crime. Dele Farotimi was on handcuffs. We saw the pictures, we saw the videos. On handcuffs. But Yaya Bello was walking free. They were even hailing him in the court, EFCC. No shame, no reputation. So what is now denigrating? What is Kemi now saying that is wrong? Dele Farotimi wrote a book, Nigeria and the Criminal Justice System. Most of us have had encounter with the justice system. Leave Dele Farotimi alone. That man is saying his own story. If heaven will give everybody opportunity to stand before God and tell their stories of what they have encountered in this current Nigeria justice system, you will know that what Dele Farotimi is writing is he is just writing his own experience. Look at what Bukachua said. He secures favors from his friend, his wife, the Chief Justice. He secures favor. What does that mean? What does that mean? His wife, Chief Justice, he secures favor That means if my friend is wrong and should be found guilty, I will meet my wife. Please find a way whereby this guy will not be pronounced guilty, or look for a soft landing for him. That is the criminal justice system we are talking about. When Bukachua said this thing, they wanted to shut him up. No wonder they are always doing secret meeting in their parlor, secret meeting. This one will do secret meeting, that one will do secret meeting, so that Nigerians will not see the evil that they are planning for Nigerians overnight. The tax bill will have been a better and wonderful one, but who will benefit? It is the elite that will benefit. Forget what they are saying, that they will tax the rich. My brother, simple analogy. Every time I repeat this, the subsidy, they tell you that some people are eating money from the subsidy, some people are using advantage of the subsidy, blah blah blah. Now they stop the subsidy. Some months later, we now heard that they were still paying subsidy. They lied. They stopped the subsidy. You see, one thing about government, one thing about thieves is that a thief will not give you a full explanation of what he is wanting to do. He just wants to confuse you. If they had removed the subsidy, should have told Nigerians, like, this subsidy we remove is step-by-step removal. We are paying some, we are augmenting some. But Tinubu just came down, the bam, subsidy is gone. Then giving the impression to people that no subsidy again. That is how they roll. Hence, who are the ones still gaining from the subsidy? Is it not the same elite with different version? They have taken away the money from subsidy now that Nigerians are even benefiting. So Nigerians are no more benefiting. Instead, Nigerians are suffering. Instead, the rich become richer. So they lied to you that some people are eating this money. So they now took the money from the hands of those people and put in the hands of other people. That's why you are saying Yorubanization of all the posts we see in Nigeria today. And you still see these people as human beings. See, Kemi Badenoch, thank God she's a UK person. She's not a Nigerian. If she were to be in Nigeria, the criminal justice system will have caught up with her. I'm telling you. Because she's there, she can say what she's saying and she's powerful. And they were shocked that this is a Yoruba woman. At least every Yoruba should be supporting us in the evil that we are doing in Tiwa, in our tribe. No, not all Yoruba. I have told you before that, see, I have many, the ones that are tribal bigots and have hatred for whatever reason, they are possessed with evil spirit. I'm telling you, the Tower of Babel, we all spoke with one language before we were divided, so that we cannot have one voice. So the reason for language is for us to be divided. That is the reason for language. Diverse cultures, diverse languages, diverse. So they thought that Kemi Badenoch would be playing their game that they are playing under the Tinubu administration. They were shocked. And the guy, the lady, man, that girl get sharp mouth. The lady, what she's spewing from her mouth. And she is not far from the truth. We are all in Nigeria and we are seeing what's happening in Nigeria today. These politicians, they believe that Nigerians are conquered people, that they cannot say anything. They don't send you, if like sharp from night tomorrow, they know that you people cannot come together with one voice. They have divided you with tribe and religion. And you have your own biases. They have used those ones to put you in bondage. They know that you cannot do anything or say anything meaningful that will shake them at any given point in time. They are okay with how they are looting the funds, how they are deceiving Nigeria, how they are playing the game of the more you look, the less you see. They are okay with that. But they are worried that a Kemi in faraway UK is calling them thieves. Are they not thieves? Are Nigerian politicians not thieves? Are they not criminals? Would they stand before God and say that they are not thieves or criminals? Even a Peter Obi that people trust on or believe in so much, says he's not a saint. So who is Mr. Shettima? And look at how Fly is disturbing a whole vice president. Fly. And when he's making this statement, the world will be watching and see how Fly is disturbing the biggest black nation on earth. And because they think they are talking to fools. I don't blame Nigerians. Nigerians are the ones that cause all these things. We are the ones that... We don't have people that can stand for the truth. We are all infected by the virus, criminal-minded virus. Nobody wants to stand for the truth. Nobody wants to speak the truth. Nobody wants to defend the truth anymore. The truth is far away from everybody. Everybody is afraid. The fear that you have in you will eventually kill you. Stand up and conquer the fear. Man will die any which ways. I love Dede Fafalo. To me, he's a bold man. He knew the consequences of his actions, of what he was going to face, because no matter how you do it, you can't speak truth in a place where lies are exalted, where they worship lies. You cannot speak truth. And Nigeria is that place. Anyone that says the truth in Nigeria, some people are not okay with it, because that's how the system is created. I've asked somebody, have you walked into a ministry or any secretariat and see what is going on in that secretariat? That would tell you that Nigeria is beyond redemption. Don't even come close to that redemption. Nigeria is beyond redemption. When you have dealings with some government agencies and some government officers, the civil service, when you talk about contracts, you know that Nigeria is gone. They all know it. I'm telling you. That is why when you look at all the agencies of government, they voted P2B. The military barracks, P2B won in every agencies that could not be manipulated, because they knew that the government is evil. That's why they wanted to vote it out. Just that the people can be manipulated. The votes around every other place in Nigeria can be manipulated. Nigerians have gone back to square one. Change this system. Change this system. Nigeria has not given, does not have any return. There's no profit being in Nigeria at this moment.